Hello everybody, my name is Footeytang and I welcome you to my new channel, aka The Fly, aka Spooning, aka Wipe Me Down. Just kidding. So today what I wanted to talk about is something very, very serious, boys and girls. It's about the relationships that we're in, but not relationships with others, the relationships that we're in with ourselves. You know, when you just want to love all over yourself and you just want to sit in the corner and just sit in the corner and just. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about being able to sit with yourself. Oftentimes when we get a certain age as women, we're like, oh, I got to find a man. I got to be in this relationship. I want to be booed up. You know, all these crazy ass songs with the crazy hook lines got us feeling like we need to be in love. But then we jump in these situations and we realize that we're not prepared for them. We're not prepared to experience the other person. And what I mean by that is, let me give you an example. Got this new babe and, you know, things are going great and you guys are like 6 months in and then you realize you're calling him and he's not picking up. Now you looking at the phone, you looking at the time, you looking at the phone, now you looking at the time, you looking over your last text message that you have with him, you like, this mofo is not calling me back. Now, instead of just being rational at this point and thinking, hey, he might just be busy. He could be occupied at work. He could be doing something with his mama. He can't pick up the phone. We get into this, like, we create this kind of like chaos, this unnecessary chaos, and then we come out with all these emotions that are very, very distracting. But if we took the time to be able to sit in the corner and be with yourself before we enter these relationships, I think we'd be better people for it, one, to ourselves and to others, and also being able to receive someone else, because being in a relationship is also about receiving another person, receiving their love, receiving their hurt, receiving their worries, receiving their time, etc., etc., etc. So what I am not the, let me just say this again, I am not the expert. This is just one person's opinion, and I'm going to try to aid you in going through life. So what my feeling is that I found that I was so busy oftentimes, and this is not just being in a relationship with a man, this is relationships with my friends, coworkers, and so on. I gave so much to them, and then I kind of felt burnt out, you know. I just felt overwhelmed, and then I got like jaded by most of the situations, and I became angry, and then, you know, it just turned into something different because I was giving so much of myself that I really didn't have any more to give all of these other people. So what I started doing was, I started just, instead of on a Saturday night going out, I just started just sitting on my couch doing nothing. And then nothing turned into me being able to kind of meditate and think about what I liked about me. And that's very important when you go into any relationship. What do you like about you? So to run a 30-second commercial for somebody, you know, they say in the first 30 seconds, you'll know if you're going to buy in or not. So I started thinking about it. What are great things about me? And I'm thinking, you know, the superficial things like, I'm all right looking, you know, I'm driven. I like to work. I like to make money. I dress relatively decent. I'm a halfway decent human being. I'm a good Christian. And then I started thinking, no, it's got to be more than that, because when you're in a relationship with somebody, it's more than just those surface things. It's more like, do I have the ability to turn the other cheek when this person irritates the crap out of me? Do I have the foresight to see that this person is not in a good space today, and what can I do to aid them through their difficult day or their hard time? This person is absolutely bat crap crazy, and I know that I should just remove myself from this situation and remove this person from my life. And a lot of times in relationships, we also don't realize that we need to kind of remove people from our lives, because sometimes the level of toxicity that they produce in us is more trouble than it's worth. And when I started, again, sitting on my couch, just sitting with myself, I realized I'm not ready to be in a relationship. So I stopped. I pulled myself back from my friends. I even had to pull myself back from my family, because that's a relationship also. I definitely pulled myself away from that fool that I was talking to. And I was able to sit with myself and kind of gauge my temperature, like my temperature when I'm happy. What do I need when I'm happy? I thought, what do I need from someone else when I'm at that point where I don't have enough for me? And I decided that what I needed somebody to be able to call me and just say, hey, Footeytang, how you doing? What's going on? I'm just checking in. Hey, Footeytang, let's go grab a drink. I don't drink, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, Footeytang, you want to go to the hair salon together, or you want to go look at some whatever? But I knew that I needed that interaction. Even if I declined, I needed that interaction in terms of conversation, to just be able to say, hey, somebody else is thinking about me, because I would get into these states of depression that were very, very dangerous. And what I then started noticing is, as I realized what I needed, I started getting it, right? So then a couple of months later, I started opening myself up to relationships. And I started receiving exactly what I wanted, because you have to be able to say, it's kind of like a contract, that you have in your relationship. So what I realized is, when you take the time to sit with yourself and understand your vibrations, understand your inner you, when you come back and you kind of you say it out loud, it's amazing that that's exactly what you get. So I don't have any more of those crazy toxic people in my life that were draining me. I'm talking about 3 o'clock in the morning. This girl was calling me talking about, Footeytang, I just need to talk to you. And I'm just like, shite, girl, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. And now I don't have to say that. Now I don't have to wake up with bags under my eyes, being irritated when I go to my job because I just had to help this heifer off the damn balcony. She about to kill herself at 3 o'clock in the morning because she wasn't able to say to herself and to her to her friends, like, this is what she needed, so that's this is the beginning of my vlog. This is my first time. I hope you enjoyed yourself as I enjoyed mine. I will come back to you with more content, but it'll pretty much be on the relationships that we have with ourselves, and why it's important for us to maintain a relationship with ourselves, a good relationship with ourselves before, and the work that we need to do in being in relationships with others. If you have any questions, feel free to, I don't know what this is called, swipe, twite, text, tweet, whatever, and I'll answer you back. In my British voice, farewell in my patois. I don't know how to say it, but you don't know. Me out. Been so long, I lived too long, the change has gotta come. So tired of suffering, standing by myself and standing up alone. The change has gotta come. You know, and I know, you know that, I know, and you know, honey, that a change.